the cheapest off-plan apartment launch of the year in Reem Island, Abu Dhabi in 2025. And I'll be breaking down the investment potential as well as explaining Reem Island's potential. And I'm informing you guys at least 10 days in advance pre-launch, so you guys are aware and you guys do not miss out on this particular investment. So for those of you who are not aware, Reem Island is basically, it falls under the jurisdiction of Abu Dhabi's financial district. Abu Dhabi's financial district is AEDGM, Abu Dhabi Global Market, which comes over here. It's this complex of around 4 or 5 buildings. And the growth in AEDGM has been insane this year. There are around 11,000 pending licenses for AEDGM, as in companies looking to set up and move to Abu Dhabi's financial free zone, which is why Reem Island has grown a lot this year in particular. Now, what makes Reem Island a good location for investors and for end users if you would like to live in? It's already an established island, an established community. Let me explain. So first of all, of course, you've got Abu Dhabi's 2 biggest malls, the Reem Mall, which was recently built and handed over, and you've got the Galleria Mall over here, which is a high-end luxury boutique mall. So these are Abu Dhabi's 2 premium malls. And then you've got 3 major hospitals of Abu Dhabi. You've got the Cleveland Clinic over here, and you've got the Reem Hospital over here, and you've got the Burjeel Hospital as well in Reem Island. So 3 of Abu Dhabi's biggest hospitals are here. And then you've got so many parks and sporting facilities. First of all, you've got Al Fay Park, which is Abu Dhabi's greenest park, by the way. And then you've got Reem Central Park over here. I personally go here to hang out on weekends with my family. Absolutely beautiful place. You can also do kayaking here. You've got small mini Reem Central Park beach. And of course, you've got a lovely mosque as well, Reem Central Mosque. And you've got 2 major schools. You've got the Repton School over here. Yeah, you've got the Repton School over here. And there's another school, I'm forgetting the name, that's also located over here. So you've got 2 high-end schools, and you've also got a university, this Paris Sorbonne University. It's a French university. And you've got active Al Maria Island, which is basically a sporting dome. You can play football, tennis, volleyball, probably 50 different sports here. And yeah, a very lovely place to be with your kids, with your family, with your friends. So that's generally about Reem Island. And of course, the location, as you guys can see, it's right next to downtown Abu Dhabi, very close to, if you guys would love to hang out on weekends, if you want to go and explore some restaurants, cafes, etc. You're right next to Abu Dhabi's downtown. And on the other side, you're right next to Sadiyat Island, which is Abu Dhabi's cultural district. And do you guys see this bridge that's being built? This bridge will be complete by 2027, and it's going to reduce travel time to and from the Sadiyat Island's cultural district. It's going to connect directly with the highway. And of course, you've also got the road connectivity in Reem is absolutely beautiful. I love it. You've got a lovely highway, the Yafina Highway, which basically takes you all the way through the islands, through the ocean, towards this part of Abu Dhabi, the downtown Abu Dhabi, where you've got the exhibition center, you've got Zayed Sports City, you've got the Sheikh Zayed Mosque, all of Abu Dhabi's major landmarks. And of course, Reem is very well connected with the E10 highway, which is the Sheikh Zayed Road, the national highway of UAE. It takes you directly to Dubai, to Northern Emirates. So it's a very central location. Now let's move towards the project. It's launching by One Developments. Developer's name is One Development. The details will be released in the coming week. Prices and sizes are already confirmed, and the location is already confirmed. So the 1-bedroom simplex with 786 square feet of size is starting from 1.4 million dirhams, and the price per square foot is about 1,780. And then they're launching the 1-bedroom loft, which is basically a 1-bedroom duplex, something very unique in Reem Island, from 1.8 million dirhams, and price per square foot is 2,070 dirhams per square foot. Now, of course, the price per square foot is high. I do not recommend this as an investment product. But if you're looking to live in these apartments yourselves for your families, it's a really good option because one bedroom duplexes in Reem are very, very rare. They're next to impossible. You can't find them in Reem. And they're very famous, very common and preferred by European investors to have duplexes. You basically have two bedroom ceilings, if I could just show you guys as well. One bedroom loft. So it's sort of like something like this, if you guys can see. So you're gonna have stairs within your one bedroom, almost like a two-story one bedroom, a very beautiful concept. So it's a unique product and definitely a product worth having. But now the main selling point to where I've personally closed two clients of mine and I've advised them the same, the two bedroom that they're launching. So you're getting a two bedroom simplex with maid's room and storage at about 1,030 square foot of size for just 2 million dirhams. Yes, you heard that right. You're getting a two bedroom apartment off plan in a Reem Island in November 2025 for just 2 million dirhams with a price per square foot of 1,626. The cheapest two bedroom off plan apartment of the whole year in Reem Island. So it doesn't get better than this, guys. It really does not get better than this. And it's one of those deals which is too good to be true, as one of my investors told me today. So these are the prices. Now let me compare it. What are the comparables? Why am I saying it's the cheapest off-plan launch of the year in Dream Island? So of course, earlier in the year we had Mohera by Mudan. Mudan is a government developer, very famous. They launched one bedrooms for 1.3 million, two bedrooms from 2.3 million, and the price per square foot was about 1,700 to 2,000 dirhams per square foot, which is much, much higher than the project from One Developments. Then we had the Radiant Atrium, which was launched last month in end of September and October and was fully sold out. I could not get a unit there for one of my clients. One bedrooms were starting at 1.2 from 1.2 to 1.6 million. Honestly, a lot of one bedrooms here were starting from 1.4, the good units. And sizes were, of course, smaller, only 700 square foot. And the price per square foot was about 1,750 to 2,000 dirhams per square foot. Again, much, much higher than the launch I'm speaking about. Then we had SAS Heights. SAS is also a very premium high-end developer. This was more of a luxury branded project, but it does not have a sea view, I believe. And one bedrooms were launched from 2.2 million and two bedrooms from 3.2 million. Insane prices. Price per square foot was about 2,200 dirhams per square foot. And then recently, one of my favorite launches, which I was waiting for, and I also had one of my clients who missed out on the launch, Sunstone by Imkan. This particular project was going to have beach access, but it got sold out so quick, no one could get any good units. One bedrooms were launching from 1.7 to 1.9 million, two bedrooms from 2.8 million, and the price per square foot was between 1,900 to 2,100 dirhams per square foot. So again, I hope you guys are seeing a pattern that all of the recent off-plan launches in Reem Island in 2025 have been priced higher than one development. Then, of course, we had the infamous Rivera Mered, one bedrooms from 1.96 million, two bedrooms from 2.82 million, and price per square foot of about 2450. And finally, Seamont by SAS, again, one beds from 1.7 million, two bedrooms from 2.8, price per square foot of about 2,300 dirhams per square foot. So roughly, if you guys see a pattern, the average price per square foot for off-plan launches in Reem this year was about 2,000 dirhams per square foot. And if we keep the price per square foot aside, if you look at the entry point, right, the original purchase price of a two-bedroom apartment, all of them were above 2 million. At least the cheapest ones were from 2.3 from Modern. And again, all of these were sold out real quick. So even if you guys invested back then, you would not have had a chance to get in. Yeah, all two bedrooms, 2.8 million, 2.5, 2.82 million. So I hope you guys have realized this is really at least 30 to 40% cheaper on price per square foot than the market. Now, a lot of you may ask, okay, why are they launching cheaper? Why is the price per square foot and the price is so cheap for Reem Island? A very simple answer. This is their first project in Abu Dhabi in Reem Island. That's why. As you see with any new developer that enters a new city, a new market, one of the best ways for them to compete with existing established developers is by pricing themselves cheaper and offering investors more value for the same money or for lesser price. And that's exactly what they're doing, right? They're offering you 2 bedrooms for the same price in which you're getting a 1 bedroom in Reem Island in 2025. So that's what early investors get. You get a value product. And of course, payment plan, it's 10% on booking and 40% in construction, 50% on handover. So it's basically a 50-50 payment plan, very flexible for investors. And of course, the risk is less as well because you're only paying 50% in construction. Now, if I could just show you guys the rental potentials as well. Now, I'm not someone who really likes to predict rentals because rentals are something which uh, they depend on short-term fluctuations. So me sitting in 2025 predicting about 2028 rentals does not make sense, but a general estimate, a rough idea, of course. So currently, 1 bedrooms in Dream Island, I've taken a conservative estimate, a very conservative, in new buildings like Radiant Square. They're between 90,000 to 110,000 dirhams for a 1 bed. And expected the gross ROI for these ready buildings is about 6.8 to 7.5%. And for 2 beds in these buildings is about 130,000 to 160K per year. And of course, depending on if you would like to furnish your unit, if your unit has a maid's room, you can get slightly higher rentals as well. And your ROI will be between 7 to 8%. So that's what the rental potential. And of course, Reem Island this year has performed really well and rents have gone up by crazy. So these rentals will, so like you guys should look at it from this way. Your product will be completed by 2028, but you're buying it at prices for 2025. You're buying it at an early price. Rentals are only going to keep increasing, at least for the next 2 to 4 years in Abu Dhabi, because a lot of Dubai investors are just finding out about the market. So there's a lot of liquidity and capital that's yet to come to Abu Dhabi. And before you guys start talking about oversupply and prices are, reaching the peak, if you look at Dubai in oversupplied neighborhoods like JVC, Jumeirah Village Circle, you've got a couple of other areas, More City, Sports City. Those areas are still getting really solid rental yields. They're getting about 7% net, 7.5% net, despite being oversupplied. So Reem and Abu Dhabi are still, they're undiscovered. A lot of people just simply don't know that there's a huge market that's sitting out there. So of course, a lot of landlords, when they see this demand, will keep pushing the rents higher, right? And by the time your unit hands over, your rentals will be, of course, higher than these figures. So yeah. Now I would like to just sort of show you guys how Reem Island has performed this year. So in 2025, Reem Island has grown by 38%. Prices have grown by 38%, and it's been the number one growing location property area of Abu Dhabi, followed by Khalifa City and Jubail Island at about 20%. So Reem has already increased by 38% this year, and it will continue doing so. And if I show you guys Abu Dhabi's recent sellouts and why you guys should start taking Abu Dhabi seriously and lock in early in pre-launch phases, all of the recent 3 apartment projects I was waiting for my clients, Yas River Residences, Yas Loving, Bashar from Hudayriat, and Imkan, Sunstone, all of these good value projects have all been sold out in no time. I was there, I had checks with me in my hand, and I could not get a unit, right? So you guys, I don't want you guys to be late to Abu Dhabi next year and, you're paying more for the same or you're paying more for less. Does not make sense. So prices, off-plan prices for some projects in Abu Dhabi still make sense. And that's the best time to lock in. As you guys can see, just type in on Google, you're going to see all of the recent projects selling out, selling out, selling out, whether it's Aldar, whether it's Mudon, whether it's Mered. The market's doing absolutely insane. Now, let me just talk you guys through the developer. So the launch event is on 9th December in Abu Dhabi Emirates Palace. And I can get you guys the units. I can get allocations in these 10 days. Today is 30th of November. So you have about 10 days roughly. How to secure a unit? Let me just explain the process to you guys. So there's something called as an expression of interest. It's like a booking amount, which will be 50,000 dirhams that you have to pay to the developer's escrow account. And if you make a slightly higher payment, let's say if you make a 10% down payment pre-launch, you will be given priority allocations, which means you will be treated like a VIP investor. You will get to choose the unit of your choice before the rest of the crowd, before the rest of the market. That's a huge advantage in today's market. And one more important point is if you're securing a unit pre-launch, you will be able to get the 50-50 payment plan. And if there's something available after the launch, and if you're buying after launch, it will be 60-40. So you're losing on two fronts. You're losing in terms of the payment plan, and you're going to lose out on good units. And handovers in Q2, Q3 2028, approximately 24 to 36 months. Yeah. So this is the process for securing a unit. Just drop me a message on my WhatsApp, and I can get you guys locked in. Now, of course, developer. Very important. This is their first project in Abu Dhabi, but they're a very solid team and company. So they're a UAE-based boutique developer. They were found by Al Kebeli Holding. It's a holding company based in UAE with almost 43 years of experience. And if I can just show you guys, they have 7 business verticals. So Al Kebeli Holding, they have 7 business arms. You've got technology, you've got energy, real estate, design and consultation, investment, hospitality, and media and communication. So it's a very large, sort of like a family office. And in the real estate arm, you've got 1 developments. So, and if you look at their team, this is the founder and chairman. He's a very famous guy, by the way, Mr. Ali Al Ghibli. He's got 20 years of experience in real estate, energy, hospitality, investments. And if you guys just do a quick Google search for Mr. Ali Al Ghibli, Ali Al Ghibli. So he's a pretty famous guy. He's got about 170K followers on Instagram. Definitely helps with marketing your projects. He was featured in Forbes as well, and he's also been featured in Entrepreneur, in Forbes Middle East, and some of Middle East real estate leaders. So he's a very famous guy in the real estate scene for Middle East. And if we look at their existing projects, so they've launched 2 projects in Dubai, and they've got projects in Egypt and Cairo. Also, just by the way, they're going to have their own AI app, so you can manage your home. It's going to be, I forgot to mention, it's going to be the first AI integrated smart home project on Reem Island. So this is their USP, that they've got smart homes and AI systems integrated within their buildings. So this is how the app's going to look like. Very pretty cool feature, honestly. They've recently opened their office in Abu Dhabi in St. Regis on Sadiyat Island. And their office in Dubai is in Shehzad Road. And this was their Dubai project, the Laguna Residences. And the quality is really, really good. Reem Island does struggle with a lot of older quality builds, so projects like these will have a huge demand in Reem from end users. And in terms of amenities as well, 40 plus amenities, you can expect the same for the Reem project as well. And yeah, they've also got a hotel branch which they've launched on Dubai Islands. And yeah, they're present in UAE, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Greece. So that's about the developer. Of course, it's currently the National Day weekend in UAE right now, so the brochures and the marketing materials have not been released yet for the Reem Island project. It will be released in the coming week by Thursday or Friday. I'll be sharing it with you guys, of course. And they're launching in Riyadh next. They're launching in Greece and Reem Island. And they've got a couple of big names as their brand ambassadors as well. Kevin O'Leary, a finance giant. Guys, a lot of us think these marketing tactics, they don't matter. They do matter. They bring eyeballs to the project, right? Uh, and it's important to have eyeballs. You could buy the cheapest project, but if your project is not marketed well enough, people simply won't know. And when people do not know about your project, no one's going to be there for the resale. No one's going to be there for rentals. So you need to have some sort of marketing going on for your projects. So yeah, guys, a very huge development group, and I'm pretty excited for what they're launching in Reem Island. So I hope this was a helpful video. If you guys are interested, just drop me a message on my WhatsApp. We can get you guys locked in for your units ASAP before this sells out and I have to make another video telling you guys about another investment.